So, good afternoon.
Afternoon. Good afternoon.
I hope you've enjoyed your meal.
Thank you.
So, this is I wish you a warm welcome to this CCL Open Enrollment Program. And my name is Pascal Oloudou, and we'll be working on change style indicator and learning to learn. Now, to move forward in this, I will introduce you to the objectives. There are two objectives. The first one is to understand, feel, kind of experience the relationship between the CSI, change style indicator, and the learning process, learning to learn process. And then, the second objective is to discover some ways to increase your own flexibility. So we'll be working on this together today. Now, a very important thing. I'd like to remind you, and I will leave this as it is, to remind you that some specific rules, so that everything goes perfectly well, and we can feel at ease. First of all, confidentiality. That means any one of you experiencing something or living something is the only person allowed to talk about it outside of this room. Alright? So nobody else should be able to comment on that outside of this. Very important. The second thing is respect. And that means I will ask you to speak in your own name, to use the I. I think, I feel, I, etc. Okay? To avoid generalization, and also to avoid judgment. Of course, I would ask you to listen to one another, and wish you a very interactive film. That would be part of it. Well, thank you very much. Oops. I'm gonna now, I'm gonna ask you, what does CSI means for you? Well, right here, CSI stands for change style indicator. What does it mean for you when you hear that? What comes to your mind?
How people deal with change.
How to deal with change? What else?
If I see the word style, I would assume what is your preferential or preferred style? Preferred style of dealing with things, people.
Tendencies and styles.
Sorry?
Tendencies and styles.
Tendencies and styles. What else? What comes to your mind? Just spontaneously. Anything else?
Change is usually somehow tied to something that needs to be done in a new way, so maybe something novel, coping with novel issues. Just
Novel
guessing.
issues? Like this, yeah? Novel issues? Anything else?
As a continuum, it's all
Continuum.
relevant. There is no no boundaries. I think it's all a fluent thing.
Fluent. thing.
And I mean, like you can say one person is more preserver than the other, but it's all relative in relation to each other. So that's
Okay.
what I find important.
Okay. Nikki, any idea that pops up in your...
If something is called an indicator, I presume it's not something that has a right or a wrong answer.
No right or wrong answer. This is key. Thank you, Nikki. This is very key, actually. There is no right or wrong answer. There is no right and or wrong style. And by the way, what's your own style? Since you have had some introduction to the CSR and you have filled in the test, would you be open to share your own style?
Sure.
Okay, Nikki?
Originator?
Originator? Thank you.
The same.
Originator as well? Okay.
Originator until she finds originator as well.
And if I remember well, Bibana,
I think it was implementer.
pragmatist.
Oh, pragmatist. Yeah.
Pragmatist.
Pragmatist.
Okay.
Yeah. Right.
Pragmatist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, thank you. Now, moving on to the right lane. When I talk about learning to learn, what does it? What comes to your mind? What are the words, idea, image that comes to your mind?
We all learn in different ways, possibly.
Different ways. For each? Others? Yeah? What else?
Learning to dislearn.
Learning to dislearn. Could you explicit this a little bit?
Yeah, if I don't want to overwhelm my capacity of learning, and I want to update it, I have to dislearn part of the knowledge. I'm not using knowledge, not so much on fashion or of utility.
Interesting. That's very interesting. I never thought of it like that.
I use it often because to me it's relevant.
What you mean would be at some point in time to raise things that you're not using any longer in order to be wider open to
Just updating.
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 Okay.
I think it's
Just,
updating.
Okay.
I also think of there are specific techniques to help people learn in different ways, and that not all of us learn in the same way.
That's right.
So specific techniques to learn. That's right. Okay. What else comes to your mind?
Think of the importance of acknowledging this learning to learn as these days, when more and more knowledge is available. It's ever more important that people look at that, and more important for trainers also to maybe cater for different styles, which I find very difficult.
We are bombarded with information.
Yes, there's so much information, but also from a trainer's point of view, very difficult to realize there are different styles, and then to always be aware that you're not only teaching according to your own style, but also according to a multitude of styles.
Is it
Yeah.
more important to realize there are different styles to learn? And you also said something else, which I'm not sure I
and that is that there's so much knowledge. How you say that knowledge is growing? What's the word? Exponentially.
Yes.
So So it's becoming a very important discipline, learning to learn.
Therefore, a very important discipline.
maybe, what's it called, learning management also for organizations.
Yeah.
Good point.
Learning management
Learning
is
management.
a catchphrase, I think, these days, for individuals and organizations.
Okay. This is the abbreviation for
Yeah,
management.
fair enough.
Okay.
In organization. Mm-hmm.
And maybe just it strikes me when I see change here and learning to learn, I'm thinking that learning is a change process. You have to change certain behavior to learn or adapt something or accommodate some new knowledge. So it's in a way related. I made an association.
Well, what do you think? The rest of the group, Begonia, about what Antonia just said regarding the change process. Would you acknowledge that this is would you acknowledge this statement as being relevant, pertinent?
Of course.
So in other words, if I understand you well, you're trying to tell me that, or you're telling me in your own words that there could be a link between the CSI, the change style indicator, and the learning to learn. Is that what you're meaning?
I guess when you're in the process of learning, then you're dealing with change constantly, because you constantly challenge your assumptions, and what you know today might be invalid tomorrow. So it's an inner process of change maybe you're going through.
Okay.
I also think as you go through different stages of life, you have to be open to different learning techniques. So when you're a child, you learn to ride a bike. That's one specific technique. But when you go to college, you have to learn how to study for an exam, which is something quite different. And then you go to the world of work, you have to learn how to dress professionally and get to work on time. That's something else you have to learn.
Yeah, but it's interesting when you mention learning to ride a bicycle, how much you fall down and you know, scrape your knees and everything. It's a tough process, but then when you learn, then you don't forget it anymore for the rest of your life.
So if I'm with you very well, I mean, what you're saying is the common denominator between the change style indicator and the learning to learn process would be, what would it be? The common denominator
Here?
between the change style indicator and the learning to learn process.
Continuity.
Only one word. What would it be?
Continuity.
Continuity and change. Yeah. Okay. So, I've got a Chinese proverb I'm thinking of at the moment, right now, thanks to your participation and really reflection. You know, imagine somebody, imagine you are walking along a roadside, and it's nice, warm, it's the summer, and you feel happy, and you can hear the birds singing, and the trees are green, grass also is green, and every now and then you can see fish, you know, jumping out of the water and then splashing a bit further into the water again. And all of a sudden you meet somebody. You meet somebody, and this person is sitting, leaning to a tree. Okay? And some things tell you that because she is very pale, that something goes wrong. Something is wrong with her, with this person. what do you do spontaneously?
Try to help.
Yeah, in which way?
Asking questions.
Asking
What's
questions?
wrong?
Is that okay for you? Yeah? And it?
Yeah, putting a hand on their shoulder, maybe.
I was going to say, kind of check on her physically.
Uh-huh. Okay. Begonia?
Yes.
So asking questions, coming closer and asking questions. And so what the question would be, one of the questions would be, is there anything wrong with you? And the answer of this person is, I'm starving, really. Surprised, huh? I can see you feel surprised when you go. Yeah.
Doesn't fit with the overall picture.
It doesn't fit with the overall picture. Okay. So this person is starving. So what can you do? What would you do spontaneously?
Offer them something to eat, if you had it, or
Yeah.
to go and get something to eat.
Go and get something to eat. Offer it
Trying to be
something
kind.
eat. Trying to be kind. Anything else?
No, because maybe he needs affection. It's a way of eating, or food is another way of eating. You nurture.
If he's starving, I mean, he might probably need food and affection. Or both at the same time. That's right.
Original time with her.
Okay, excuse me.
Was that a baby laugh?
Baby laugh.
Wonderful.
Well, maybe stay with the person and make sure that they get what they need, not
Yeah.
just walk away, try and provide something, maybe help, ask for someone else to help, call some other help.
Kind of look for a general assistance, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So coming back to this Chinese proverb, the Chinese have a kind of different way of looking at this. In such situation, they would say, if you meet somebody starving along the riverside, of course you've got the choice of giving him some food. What could it be? Fresh fish would be even better if you had some fish or biscuits or whatever. But probably, and this is a Chinese view of the thing, and I'm just sharing it with you. Their view would be learn him how to fish. So the next day you come, he's no longer starving. Okay, this is learning to learn. That also means changing our own way of understanding this.
Usual understanding with him,
Okay. Right. So since we've come to a very interesting point, that the common denominator would be change, to the change style indicator and the learning to learn. As I said in my objectives, I'd like you to feel, touch, and experience. So far we've been sharing. We felt to a certain extent. Now we're going to touch and experience. So, and I'm going to ask you a question. A very simple question. And again, there's no right or wrong answer. It's your own personal answer. I want you to think about it. And then, give me your answer. Okay? So, we've got those nice Belgian chocolates coming from Spain. Which is nice. And have you tried them? You've tasted them?
Very
I can tell you, I can confirm, they're excellent. Okay. How long? And you've got a cup here. So I want you to think individually first. Maybe you write it down if you want, and then share it to one another. How long do you think it will take using chocolates those chocolates here, the pentagon here, to fill up to the top. Yeah, this cup. How long do you
put it in?
Okay, you put them in. If you put them in, okay, and you, how long would it need, realistically, for each of you to fill in to the top this cup?
Time-wise.
Time-wise. Yeah, time-wise.
With the method of putting it in like that one by one, or
We
just
have
anyhow, just filling it up?
Yeah.
How long will it take?
Okay.
Simple question.
Okay.
Keep it simple.
Okay, I have the answer.
I have the answer.
Me too.
My answer.
Okay, got your answer?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Would you be ready to share it?
Sure.
Okay.
3.75 seconds.
3.75 seconds.
I went to 3.
Okay.
Close to you.
3 seconds?
Even 2 seconds
Yeah.
if you pull them.
Even 2 seconds.
Even less.
Okay.
I would say 2 seconds.
2 seconds. All right. So, let's do the experiments. Let me give you each
Thank you.
of you a nice cup and rectangle
Thank you.
cup. So,
That's
no
clever.
problem. And I'm going to put these chocolates
Do we time ourselves?
in the middle. And as soon as I say go, then please fill in your own cup. Yeah?
So we have
Can
one
everybody
only
reach
on
it?
our 4.
Can everybody reach it?
So we can't go one after the other, we
I
have
have
to
a-
go at the same
I have
time.
a question.
Yeah?
Your instructions to us were as individuals, but now you're asking us to do the task as a group. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And then as a group, each for yourself.
Uh-huh.
But if 4 of us do it at the same time, not one after the other.
It's,
You mean
4
at
of
the
us
same
doing
time?
it at the same time.
Okay. Can I readjust my time? It might work for 2 of us if I filled it up instantly, put it back, and then you took it. That might just work out with almost 4 seconds for you, but not with 4, I don't think.
Okay. Any other sharing comments?
No, it's clear.
Let's
Yeah.
see if there is any other way. So you're saying we should think how to fill in our cup, put it back, and so everybody has the same chance.
The only thing I've said is that I've asked you how long would you think
But only for one
each
cup.
of you
I have an
you would
idea.
take.
We can stick all our cups together. and
Good
then-
point. Good point. Excellent.
When you said go.
oh, I see.
And we
Sorry,
just go one.
I gotta take it back then. Okay.
Okay, so I say
Wow, clever.
go.
Who's going to do it?
Done.
How quick was that?
Hold on, the catching.
That was 2.50 seconds.
Wow.
Good.
I
In the
would
middle, so
imagine.
it's between what you said and what we said.
Well done.
Okay,
Did you expect
congratulations. I didn't expect anything. I mean, you were the one.
it?
Okay, wonderful. Great. Would you be in it some kind of originator?
That's pretty good for some things. I've always wondered.
Because all of a sudden, I mean, the idea came to your mind because,
Yeah,
right after I said, I asked the questions, each of you gave your own score, and I distribute then, a cup to each of you, and I put this in the middle, and there's a problem. You know, I could see in the eyes, I mean, there's a problem. There won't be enough chocolates for each of
Not
us.
enough time.
And there's enough time because each of us is go and grasp a thing. I mean, we got lose time. And all of a sudden, you came up with a new idea, unexpected idea, which is fine. That's one of the quality of the original, above all. Your idea. All right. Now we're gonna do it we're going to do a slightly different game. I will ask you, using those spoons, to do the same kind of exercise. I mean, the same kind of exercise. So, if you could please put back, I mean, the chocolates in the packet in the middle.
We each need the cup.
And you still
Still
need
hand
the
off
cup.
this.
And you still need the cup.
Thank you.
Okay. Now it's a slightly different exercise, but so using this spoon and these nice scarves, I will ask you to put the scarves around your head
Ouch.
and to feel as much as possible.
You're going to ruin my chocolates. Come on, you were asking me about that, it was not ruining them.
I mean, it could have been ruined, I mean, you know, when one of you grasped it with the hands. But now I'm asking with the, you know, those delicate, nice, little spoon. Okay, so it's better. So unless you use it as a hammer, there's little chance that you ruin the chocolate. Won't you agree?
Okay, it's for learning. Let's go ahead.
Okay, so let me distribute the
Thank
paste.
you.
Pass them around, yeah, okay.
Mhm.
So I can stay in the...
Sure.
Take the water away when you're blindfolded.
Yeah.
Oh my. Yes, good point.
So maybe come close to each other, closer to each other, because we will have to get
Oh yeah.
This is
Yeah.
water. May I put it
to
in?
be able to get hold of the.
So I don't throw it
So
down.
yeah. we want to-
Oh, no. Okay. Did you
Then,
have a spoon? Oh, sorry.
Let me give you
Mm-hmm. Calculator.
the scarves.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay. Do we have to predict also how many we are going to fill in, or?
No. Well, unless you want to set a specific goals, if you want to set up specific targets, you are free to do it.
Can I clarify, do we all have to be blindfolded?
Yes,
Can we speak?
it's possible.
Can we use both hands?
Only one hand. You've got one
One
spoon.
spoon.
We can only use the spoon, but the objective
Only the
is still to put the chocolate into the
Absolutely.
I'm
same,
pretty far away.
same task.
Absolutely.
Good challenge.
Do we each have to fill a cup?
Maybe if you move a little bit here, then
As much as
Thank you.
possible.
That's a good idea.
As much as possible.
Okay.
Do we have a time limit?
There's no time limit.
Okay.
Can
Well, we may end before the hour. I mean, that's too long.
Yes, I think so.
But we're working as individuals again.
But we can share
You'll tell
ideas
us
in between
now,
us.
right?
Among us.
You can share ideas if you want. Feel free to do it. The only instructions,
do.
basically, the only instructions are
Why not?
you need to feel just using the spoon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You've got each of you has got one spoon.
Mhm.
So using your own spoon,
Mhm.
you need to feel as much as possible with the chocolate.
I have an idea.
Blindfolded.
Go ahead.
Let's say with the left hand, we handle the glass, and we put our hands in one hand, like touching, and everybody is doing the same. And
We could even put the cups together.
no matter,
Yes.
no matter,
Sure
we
could.
are.
We could put the cups together. as
Yes, so we don't
Again.
have to
And
have
And
four.
also, only one person needs to do it because we all
Of
don't have to
course.
be blindfolded.
well. What about one person being blindfolded
Yes.
doing it and the others directing?
Absolutely.
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 Everybody has
all
to
to
be.
be.
Everybody
Oh,
has
yeah,
to
he
be.
said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But putting the cups together, then only one person has to do it.
Because we have no measurement between us.
And no other directions on that one.
Or we could
Well-
all do it. That would be quicker. Everybody. Or is that too many blindfolded, digging in there and filling all the cups together while they're all together? You
But
know what I
with
mean?
a spoon. I mean,
Yeah.
let me make it more. Keep it simple. I love keeping things very simple. The only thing I'm giving to you as a how you say, advice, not advice, but
Instruction.
instruction. We're looking for the right term. Instruction is